Actor, but I'm not that good. So, Destination America, they re-air these on, they do marathons for Ghost Stalkers, or you can check it out online. I get scared in there, and I scream a lot. But it's really, really good, and it's 110% real. So, that being said, I don't know if they're going to bring it back. There's a lot of people that love it, and I hope to God they do, because it was really a magical experience. So, thank you. I hope so. Thank you. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I was just curious, what sort of stunt training and self-defense training do you need to get ready for your shows?
Stunt training?
Yeah.
Not much. You know, if it's anything really dangerous, they're gonna have stuntmen do it for you. Like, they don't even mess, okay? But a lot of the time, you don't know, what you're doing until you get there. And then, literally, they'll have the stunt guy be like, okay, you gotta fall this way, you gotta go this way, and you're kind of learning it as you go. Some things you do, your own thing, like Fast and the Furious, when I got shot, that's all me. That was all me. They squib you up, which are these exploding packs that they rig to these wires that come all the way down your pants, and there's like a crew guy 30 feet away with a button just ready to, shoot you, basically. So yeah, if it's anything really dangerous, they have stuntmen for that, and I'm all about that. I'm not a hero, I'm not Tom Cruise hanging on the side of a plane. So yeah, I try to be very careful, and you should be. We're actors, we're not stuntmen.
On your shows, do you ever actually have to have self-defense training as well? Do you do any hand-to-hand yourself, or is that all stunt work?
It depends on the part. I've never had to do, any like crazy Bourne Ultimatum stuff. That would be cool. I've had fight scenes, and you just have to coordinate. It's like a dance, really, and you have to have control. You can't just go full throttle and not be aware of the other actor. You have to know what you're doing, and it has to be precise. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
I was wondering, what's your scariest paranormal investigation story?
Scariest? I have a lot. The one that comes to mind is on Ghost Stalkers, and it's a place called Whispers Estate in Indiana. It's this old Victorian home. It's in a neighborhood. You wouldn't know it if you just drove past. My most profound experience ever. This place knew how to work my every emotion, my weakness, my mind, physically. We were doing the investigation during the day with the owner and kind of walking around the property. We were in the backyard. She was talking about owners. All of a sudden, I'm filming John, and I just get punched in the chest. And I almost go down, and the whole crew, everybody was like, holy shit, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I just got punched. So, yeah, I got rattled pretty good. So that day, I kind of was like, the more and more the day went on, I'm closing myself off. I usually do this. I'll put a hand behind my back like this to kind of like close myself off, right? And I felt this place working me. It was just working me, and I knew I had to go in by myself that night. Whew. Man, it's an awful feeling, knowing you gotta go into these places alone. So, just before I go in, I'm in the trailer, and I throw up, right? I puke. And I come out of the bathroom, and I'm crying, and I'm like, I just gotten sick. And what they don't show you is John Tenney sat me down for about 20 minutes explaining to me that we are more infinitely powerful than they are. They have to exert a ton of energy to do anything. And just to remember that, amongst other things. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I gotta get it. Okay, I'll go in. Whew, okay, and I go in, and I've got my camera, and I got my flashlight, and I got my recorder, right? That's it, okay? And I go in, and I sit down on the couch, which is right in the beginning of the house. And I go in, and I sit down, and I'm like talking, and I'm like, oh my God. So surreal being here right now, and I'm freaking out, blah, blah, blah. I play it back, and it goes, Chad, be a man.
Oh.
I'm like, I played it back. Be a man. Be a man, and you see my face contort with absolute terror. I've never felt terror like that in my entire life. It reached down into my gut and was just like, oh, right? And I'm like, oh my God, be a man. All right. All right. I will. Fuck it. Right? What was insane about that was that it terrified me, and then it gave me an insane amount of courage all at the same time. Whatever that was, whether it be a ghost, spirit, otherworldly entity, me coming back to the future to tell myself, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I explored all of these possibilities. Something came through and said, be a man. And I'll never forget that. That was the most profound thing that's ever happened to me because it taught me that I can do this. I can go through this house. I can go through these haunted locations by myself. So whoever that was, I always thank it because it taught me a lot. And I did. I moved through the entire house by myself. I went upstairs and you see I'd open a closet door and a bat comes out and it's circling my head, right? Come to find out, I'd asked the owner about bats. He's like, we've never seen a bat in this house ever. And it comes to find out, bats have, I think the bat is my spirit animal, basically. And I discovered that while I was shooting Ghost Stalkers. Every time I would go out by myself, a bat would be circling me. And then I would ask the owners, and they're like, we've never seen a bat here. So it was protecting me. And it kind of forced me out of the room where the next night John got scratched all the way down his back. I heard footsteps in that house, voices. That's just one instance, but there have been many. I've been to insane asylums. I've had a woman laugh in my face, like a disembodied voice. I leaped about 10 feet back. I heard a man moan, go, ooh. Right? Like we're talking right now. That shit stops you right in your tracks, man. And then I thank it. So, yeah, go check it out. It's online. And they put all those moments on the soup, too. So, that was fun. Yeah. So, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hi.
I was just wondering, between Jensen, Misha, and Jared, who's your favorite and why?
Ooh.
Wow. Do I have to answer this?
Yeah.
My favorite, all of them. Yeah, I can't. There's nobody that I can be like, oh, well, let me tell you. You know, no. They're all amazing guys. Jared and Jensen are two of the sweetest guys, as I'm sure you know. And it all trickles down from there. You know, they establish the tone and the attitude, and then Misha's Misha. And then you got on the far left corner, Misha. No, it's there. I can't pick out a single one, but maybe next time. Yeah. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I was wondering if you had any comical events while out investigating?
Comical events. I mean, looking back at it now, it's very comical. Because I'm screaming and I'm terrified. Comical events. I don't know. They have a sense of humor, you know? They want to interact with us as much as we want to interact with them. They'll call out your name, or they'll make a joke that you'll pick up on the EVP, you know, and then I always kind of laugh to myself because it's validation. But definitely not funny during, but afterwards it's hysterical.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
What is your favorite or most memorable moment filming Fast and the Furious?
Oh, wow. Most memorable moment, the whole thing, honestly, the whole